Hello, world. This is Pacman Jones, and I keep crazy company. The top story this week is Colorado football with Deion Sanders, Shador, and the whole Colorado staff. Hey, the glasses line, I think did $4.5 million and some change of however I'm in that range. And this week, Colorado made $18.9 million. But hold on, let me introduce my cast. Today we got Dr. Hodge, who is my guru of mental and telling me what to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get me right. Daddy
Well, I
O.
advise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Daddy O. We
Yes.
get the money, baby. The first question I have today is, did y'all see how much money Deion made this week? A lot of money.
He took negative publicity and he turned it into the greatest possible advantage. I really respect him for that. But I gotta say, the sunglasses thing, Pac-Man, I don't know. I mean, in my time, you didn't wear sunglasses indoors.
Oh, not this
You didn't-
again.
Well,
Not this again.
Dr. Hodge got glasses on. What do you
was
mean?
with-
What are
I
you
was
talking about, Daddy O?
Let me ask you: if we didn't wear sunglasses all the time, how would we be able to differentiate between the cool and the uncool?
That's true.
You know, that's how we can tell between people like me and Pac and people like you.
But Pac-Man, one of the things that a lot of people were surprised by was the fact that he's telling his own sons, "You are not going to the NFL next year."
Oh, wow, Shedeur, look, you're going to be in the NFL next year. As you know, he ain't.
I didn't say you. I said we got to play some next year. I said both of us.
What'd you say, we?
I said we got to play them next year.
Play who?
So what you trying to say, man?
What you trying to say?
What you trying to say?
But y'all ain't going nowhere.
Pac-Man, yeah.
Why is that?
Maybe he wanted to cook a little bit more at the house. I know they ain't cutting the grass. Maybe clean up a little bit more. Or, it's no rush. Like, everybody is
Developing.
happy right now.
As athletes,
Like you get paid to play right now. It's no rush to go to the next level when we're building some that no one ever would imagine or even thought to build, to have two sons on the team. And one of your sons to be the quarterback is the face of the NCAA right now football. That's got to be crazy.
it's crazy.
It's very
Really?
touching. My theory, though, is that look, they're in Colorado now, and in Colorado, there are cows that need to be milked. There are horses that need to be fed. That's a lot of work for a father. Deion's what? And he's in his 50s now.
Dion doesn't
Yeah.
live on a farm.
I imagine he needs his sons around to help with that.
No, this isn't Little House on the Prairie, Daddy. You see the fatherly devotion, the love in that man's eyes. He has a plan for those guys.
What's the plan?
I think the plan is for them to go to the NFL at the right time. You pick the fruit when it's ripe, Pac-Man.
I love
Do you
it.
agree?
I say pick the fruit when it's right. Shilo and Shedeur are like my little brothers.
Yeah.
And I know Pop. When it's time, it's time.
It's time. It's time.
If we're in the top, pim, pim, pim.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, the man, look at Deion Sanders. He single-handedly changed the way everybody sees college football, the way people see, that particular division. And people used to go to Boulder to celebrate, 420 and to smoke pot. Now they go there to watch football and smoke pot.
Yeah, it is. But that
Not
420 weekend, Dr. Hodge,
You been there?
hey, that 420, I'm an advocate smoker. Ohio is legal for marijuana, medical marijuana. I have my card. As
I
you can see
prescribed
now,
it to you.
yeah, you did, Doc.
Yeah.
And that's how life go. But y'all stay tuned. This is Pacman Jones Key Crazy Company. It's Dr. Hodge, Daddy-O, and we're gonna be right back with Vontaze Burfict. It's about to be some talking going on. We're back, and I got one of the best teammates that I've ever played with. Not yet one of my closest friend, my brother, Pro Bowl, Mr. Fear, Mr. Change the Game, play hard in practice like he do in the game. My brother, I love him to death.
Yeah. Things
one
just
and
got
only.
perfect in
5-5.
Woo!
Vontaze Burfict, welcome
Thanks
to
for
the
having
show,
me.
brother.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. I've been following y'all. I've been watching. I'm like, man, they ain't invited me yet.
Oh yeah, well we ain't want to invite you too quick, you know.
Yeah.
First that you don't know, Daddy-O and Dr. Harge are big Bengals
Big
fans.
fans.
They
Okay.
love you.
Okay.
Big Vontaze
Vontaze.
fans.
Vontaze, I've been following you since you
Oh
were
man.
located in Los Angeles, and I remember Matt Barkley. He said bad things about your back in high school,
Yes.
and then you did this. You go show him, hey, I'm gonna get you, and
Yes,
you
sir.
went and you got him.
Yes, sir.
That is
Yeah.
That's what football is all about, man.
That's what
Yeah.
revenge is all about.
It's crazy
And I'm
because
big on revenge.
it's crazy because I played him in high school, going back to high school, and I went to Centennial. He went to Modern Day, and it was either one of us going to be state champions. You know what I mean? So we were either playing De La Salle. So they beat us my junior year. My senior year, we came back and beat them. So that started the rivalry. And then I was committed to USC. He was committed to USC. I decommitted, went to ASU. I feel like he kind of didn't like me at that. Like, I didn't go to his school. And then, we started playing at USC, ASU. He started saying that I was a dirty player, whatever. I'm like, man, you feared me. You feared me. And I told him the first snap, I was like, man, you talking all that stuff during the media, during the week. All right, let's see what you're about now. And then I ended up intercepting on the goal line, ran it back like 60 yards, and I was looking for
Smell
him.
me.
I was looking for him to first, try to get a hit on him. And then he ended up tackling me, and he picked me up. I said, man, it's all love. So, and then next thing you know, he's my teammate in Cincinnati.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but
crazy.
but Vontez, the thing is that there's a consensus on this show that you were unfairly stigmatized as being like a rough and tough guy. We've all seen your sweet side.
Yeah.
There was a particular interchange you had with Le'Veon Bell, where you were like, "Hey, let's do something useful here. We go on the golf course, settle it, and help the kids."
Yeah.
And I think
You're a
Le'Veon
golfer, not a fighter. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the reason why I came out about that because man, like the world is so crazy now, and it's all about violence this, violence that, and like I'm not no fighter. I got 3 daughters, one more on the way, and it's like my daughters are old enough to see, what people telling me and bad things about me and stuff. So I just try to change the narrative because I'm not that guy. Of course, being a linebacker, you're supposed to put fear in people's hearts. You're not supposed to be out there a teddy bear. Oh, hey guys, you know what I mean? So maybe if you're a quarterback, yeah, but as me as been a linebacker, and then I got Adam Jones over there. I got Raymond Luka, and there's some hitters. I can't go in there
We
and
dogs.
talking. Yeah, so I had to fit in with them. You know what I mean? And that's what I had to do.
Yeah, predatory
and
animals.
I want to go back and rewind it a little bit. Like you had a chance to come into the league undrafted as a free agent, and you worked your ass off to get to a payday, and you played one way, which was aggressive, and you got paid a lot of money to play the way you was paid. And then when you get paid all of that money, they ask you to go change your game.
Yeah.
Mentally, physically, and like we all go through a lot of stuff mentally. I'm talking about football, without football, shit off the field. You see what I just went through at the airport,
Yeah.
it's easy to just go jump in the hole. So, like, mentally and physically, I got 2 questions for you right here. First of all, who did you pay your game off of? And when they changed the rule, mentally, how did that affect your game and affect you mentally?
Go to the first question. First, Jones, what was the first one?
First question was, who did you pay your game after?
Man, I mean, of course, Ray Lewis, but I always wanted to be better than him. You know what I mean? Like, I see what he stood for, but then it was like weird for me because I liked a lot of offensive guys. You know what I mean? So I like John Elway. You know what I mean? Because I was a Bronco fan, so it's kind of weird because I watched Ray Lewis, but then there's a whole bunch of other linebackers I watched, but just getting the mentality of football and understanding football, I learned a lot from John Elway, and he's a quarterback, and I used to play quarterback in high school. So, but it's going to be offensive side, John Elway, defensive side, Ray Lewis, of course.
All right, my second question would be, mentally, you got paid all this money to play the game one way, and then they say, hey, look, you got to stop playing the game that way. Like,
yeah, it was tough for me. Honestly, Jones, it was. I don't know if you remember, but I was probably coming to you about my frustration. Like, man, I can't do it, bro. Like, it was been times where I go into a game and I was averaging 13, 14, 15 tackles a game, and then I'm trying to change my game. I end up getting hurt. I end up only missing. I usually get like 90% graded after the game, and when I was trying to change my game, I was getting 70%, 60%, and my game was just falling off. And then I just couldn't do it no more. I couldn't even communicate to my defense on what needs to be done before the snap because I was overthinking of how to obviously protect the opponents and protect myself as well.
What's funny is you kept changing your game, and everywhere you went, coaches were singing your praises. They were like, this man should be a coach.
Yeah.
John Gruden, Marvin Lewis, all these guys. And it's both times that you got major suspensions, you got big contracts afterwards, which showed just how talented you were. And yet, they blamed you for so much that was unfair. In fact, Vontaze, I don't know if you've seen, but recently, a lot of running backs have been injured. And people are saying that somehow this has to do with Vontaze Burfict. I don't know what the connection is. I don't get it. I don't
Hold
get it.
on. Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, Nick Chubb, J.K. Dobbs, David Montgomery, Austin Eckler,
that's a tough
Aaron
list right
Jones.
there.
They said Vontaze had something to do with this. That's what Daddy and Dr. Hodge told me.
It's ridiculous.
I've been
Well, I
retired
believe
for
the
a
Nick
long
Chubb,
time.
but
I've been retired for a long time. What I got to do with that?
I don't know.
we don't know.
Yeah.
Somehow
Honestly,
Vontaze gets it done.
Honestly, like my daughters, like I told you, my daughters like Google stuff. They were young when I was playing football, and then they like see like, Daddy, they say that you're mean, and then I explain to them, because I'm not that type of. It's different from doing something that you very love and you're passionate about and you're competitive about, rather than me cooking dinner at home for my kids. You know what I mean? So I try to explain to them. I really love football, and obviously everybody knows that. So. It's just
Vontaze.
Hold on. And speaking of passion, like I'm passionate too. Like if you know how we.
Yeah, that's why we
if
connected.
I feel some kind of way, like I don't know how to hide my feelings, and that's the difference between me. My passion came from my grandma. My grandma was everything that I had. You know, she taught me how to make into sugar. I should say.
I know what you mean.
But like, where did your passion come from? Who was that person that gave you the passion?
It's my mom as well, just like you. We probably got the same similar growing up. Didn't have much, but my mom worked 3-4 jobs and made sure I had clothes on my back. My grades was good. She made sure everything was good. So I just see my mom grinding, having 3-4 jobs. It's like, man, hold on, man, I got to make sure I make it. And then my brother obviously motivated me a lot because he played receiver. He was 3 years ahead of me. He broke his arm and didn't get drafted. So I told him, man, you know what? I'm gonna get drafted. I'm gonna make it to the NFL. I didn't get drafted, which was a bummer, but I made it to the NFL, and he was able to see all that.
Vontaze, you played the linebacker position the way it was made to be played. I mean, it was, balls to the wall, all outs, get that man down. I remember that playoff game,
Energy.
the Steelers. We were going to lose that game. You're like, what do we need? An interception? Here you go. What do you need? A sack? Here you go. I'll do whatever it takes.
It's crazy going into that week, bro. Pacman, remember, I had a big role going into that week. They had me as like an X person, which I'm traveling. I could go jam AB. I can go safety. I can go do everything. So I had a big week going in. So I was just motivated. And obviously, when I came into the Cincinnati Bengals rivalry, Steelers was like, they were like the bullies to Cincinnati.
Yeah, they was the bullies.
And me and Pac wasn't going for that. We were like, hold on, bro. We're going to have to drop you feel me, and toughen up and make sure we can get this division wins. And it took a couple years till we can get it to stigma to everybody else on the defense and the offense. We ain't scared of them. You know what I mean? So
it's not just the players. It's not just the players. The fans were bullying us too. I was using a urinal during a Steelers-Bengals game, and the Steelers fan next to me just slid over and started using my urinal while I was using it.
Oh, God.
That's bullying.
Well, let me tell you how disrespected I got it. Can I tell you?
Yes.
We drive into Pittsburgh, 2016, I think it is. They had a stuffed animal dog with a 55 jersey hanging from the light pole. I was like, that is not even football.
That's psychotic.
That's
psychotic.
But then it was like, all right, let's go. We at war. Forget football.
Yeah.
Dude, come across the middle. I'm taking. You feel me? That's how it was.
Vontaze,
the O-line would do the same thing to me.
Yeah.
But they didn't get called for it.
No.
They didn't like that we finally had some teeth, that we finally had some grit. We could finally fight back. That's why Steelers went. Vontaze, I was looking at the injury to Le'Veon Bell that he's still so bitter about. And you tell me.
It's football.
How in the world is this a dirty?
What are you supposed to do? My dog Reggie Nelson did it.
Right. It's Reggie's fault.
It's Reggie's fault.
Reggie's
it's
fault.
a clean play.
Hey, I love my dog Reggie. Shout out my dog Reggie if you see this too.
Shout out to 20.
It's my dog 20 fault.
It's 20 fault.
Now Vontaze, look, and now the media, Ryan Clark and other people in the media, they're saying that Micah Fitzpatrick's hit on Nick Chubb is clean. They're saying, what's he supposed to do? He's got to go low. I mean, look at the contrast.
I'll tell you this. As a defender, if you see somebody on the defender's the offensive back, you would try to go punch the ball out. You would just try to, or just watch him go down. You don't go for a dude's knee when he's already top down heavy
Exactly.
and he can't jump over you, he can defeat you. You feel me? That's the stuff that Steelers do though, and they kind
They
of
get
do
away.
like the borderline stuff. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's
Where
how
you
they're
can kinda-
coached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Rough team.
Hey, Tez, like, I love this conversation.
Yeah.
Would you coach?
Yeah, bro. I'm almost done getting my degree. I got 2 more months. To get my degree. I had an offer from Oregon State.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Let's call Prime. I think
yeah.
you deserve a
I
job
would
with Prime,
love
bro.
to. I would love to. It's different for me for coaching because I want to help the kids know what I know because I knew the game like very strategic to a T, and I knew where offenses were going before they were going. When they check it, I knew where you were checking to. So I just want to teach all the young kids what I know and want to see them grow up and be like, man, it's just gonna make me feel like I play more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't do it no more. But if I can give 10 kids to make them from 4 stars to 5 stars, it's gonna make me feel like I'm back playing.
Vontaze, what is your proudest moment on the field and off the field? Two proudest moments. One on, one off the field.
My proudest was when obviously I was at rookie minicamp my first year. Didn't know if I was gonna make the team, but knew I had the talent. When I walked into the locker and the vets was there, my 55 jersey. I didn't even pick my number; they just gave me the number, and that was my proudest moment because I had to overcome a lot, going from the combine to picking a team where I want to go strategically and making sure I can make the team, and that was my proudest moment. And then you said off the field. It was my kids, my firstborn, obviously, and then I got 2, 3, 4. So it's all my kids. It's a cherished moment. I know you probably hear them in the background yelling.
we gonna shoot for a boy? That's my question.
Yeah, that's my goal, but my wife is like she's done, but it's all up to
Come
me though.
on, man. Let's
We're
go.
gonna try. We're gonna try. It's up to her at the end of the day though, because I ain't
Vontaze-
carrying it. She's doing it.
Last one before we
Vontaze.
get out of here.
We have a number 55 right now. Pretty good player in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. The Bengals defense, it's good. Look, got them to the Super Bowl. It's great. But they're missing a Vontaze Burfict. They're missing that X factor. They're missing that bite.
They missing a whole bunch of people. They missing Adam Jones. They missing Reggie Nelson. They missing
Batman.
Domas Pecco. They missing Gino. I'm just playing. But we had a different type of defense back then. Our defense wouldn't be able to play in this era.
Why?
If that makes sense.
Tell us.
Vontaze, you're
We
30.
was
Tell us
way
why.
aggressive.
Tell us why,
Really
Vontaze.
We was a little bit too aggressive.
We was a little too aggressive. Just imagine Jones on the island over there giving the receivers business. He ain't making it to the fourth quarter. And just imagine the receiver running across the middle. My thing was as a linebacker, they told me to try to lower my target. I couldn't go for offensive receivers' knees. I couldn't do it because I'd rather just man up and hit them.
Yeah.
But it was, you know what I mean? So it's hard to say that our defense in this era, we would get way more flags.
Yeah, way more flags. Hey, look, Daddy-O and Dr. Hodge, they're real gurus. They got some stuff they want to see if you want to invest
Yeah.
in.
So that's the thing. If it's okay, Vontaze, we usually propose things to Pacman Jones, but we're going to propose one to you in our next segment. Mr. Vontaze Burfict, you have the fundamental skills when it comes to tackling, and I think that's a great opportunity to advertise to children. And so I want to share with you the product Practice Makes Burfict. It's a tackling dummy for Vontaze Burfict fans. This, Mr. Burfict, it started out as a simple tackling dummy, but through AI technology, our engineers have made it so lifelike that it now can be bruised and feel emotional pain, and it even looks like Matt Barkley. It's a very realistic dummy. There's only 2 issues. There's only 2 issues with the dummy, Mr. Vontaze. There's 2 issues.
What is it?
Well, there's 2 issues. One is that there's only one of them, and the other one is that Matt Barkley is missing. But,
Yeah.
so we can't get the copyright from him.
Yeah, somehow.
But that is the...
It's very
Y'all
lifelike.
hilarious, bro. Y'all got me so... I'll
Dr. Hodge, what you got for him, Dr.
I'll
Hodge?
invest in it.
I don't have a product, but I don't know if a lot of our viewers know, but Vontaze's birthday is coming up.
Yeah, so
And-
we put together a nice gift.
We
for
did.
We got you a
Vontaze.
gift, Vontaze.
Let's do it.
I hope you like it. Let's see it.
Okay.
Big fan of gifts.
So it's a Roger Goodell voodoo doll.
What you do to the doll, we don't want to know.
We don't want to know.
That man took so much of your money. You're the first player in NFL history to owe the NFL money.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Bro, Bro, they was mad I was getting paid for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
whole
Every
nother conversation.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I love Roger Goodell though.
All right,
That's good.
hey,
That's
look,
good.
this is Pacman Jones, Keep Crazy Company. I have my brother,
Hey, y'all gotta have me
not
again, man.
no
You come
other,
every week.
Vontaze Burfict, and I got my people with this crazy company, Daddy O, Dr. Hodge. We in the building. Y'all
Yeah.
stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Bye bye.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Adam Pacman Jones, do you sometimes think about how lucky we are to be living when we are living in the year 2023, which we are basically living in the future?
Oh my God,
Do you ever think about that?
So blessed,
We are so blessed.
so blessed.
And that brings me to our segment. Adam Pacman Jones. In the past, in the 80s and the 70s, we used to dream about meeting space aliens, extraterrestrial life. We're putting our finger up to the shiny finger of a man from outer space or a woman. It doesn't make a difference. But that time has come. You know, the bodies of extraterrestrials were discovered in Mexico. The director of the Scientific Institute for Health over there at the Mexican Navy, he showed them. We've had people testify in Congress, a former Air Force intelligence officer who says that the U.S. government has operated a secret multi-decade reverse engineering program of recovered vessels and that they were biologics in those vessels. Meaning, basically, Adam Pacman Jones, it is 100% fact that extraterrestrials live among us and walk among us. Isn't it a lovely time to be alive and to know that? So, Adam Pacman Jones, for today's segment, what we're going to do is we're going to try to figure out who those aliens are. Who are those extraterrestrials? Not to hate them, but to love them for their beautiful, spacey selves that they happen to be. So I will bring up a name, and I want you, Pacman, with your deep, intimate knowledge of NFL biographies and all that, to figure out which ones are aliens and which ones are not.
All right,
All right?
let's try it.
So our first candidate, Russell Wilson. What do you think? Russell Wilson, alien or not alien?
Definitely an alien.
Definitely an alien. Well, you would think so. There's something really weird about the guy. Daddy, what do you got?
I think he's too vulnerable to be an
Yes.
alien. He's too human. Yeah.
He's too human. He hurts.
Yeah.
He's in pain. The man is in pain. We've been
very
watching him
gentle,
play.
yeah.
We've been watching him play, and he's rattled a little bit, and he's suffering up here, which is fine. That's what makes us human. But that's what makes us not
alien. Yes, I agree.
Our
He's
next
not an alien. Yeah.
Our next candidate is an old friend of yours, Mr. Andy Dalton. Alien? Not alien. You should know. You were in the locker room with him.
Definitely an alien.
That is correct. He is an alien from outer space.
Yeah,
Good
you can't get
job.
the hair that red on Earth. Yeah.
No, and he's got that blank stare. And he's a sweet, very kind man, but in a way where he's trying to infiltrate the human species. Yeah. Okay. Our next candidate, Mr. Adam Pacman Jones, is Mike McDaniel.
Alien, run off the field.
And he's connected with his team as well. Miami 17-3. They get the ball to start the second half. They're Toyota halftime. Go get him, Mike. Hustle in there. We're hustling to Maria.
Charisma,
Yeah.
swag.
Alien?
What?
Yeah.
What?
A little
Alien.
too
Alien.
strange.
Alien.
Yeah.
Alien. 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 Alien.
He is an alien.
Alien.
Wow.
Yeah. Just
Alien.
don't know how to
Alien.
He's very much an alien.
Daddy up.
A nice alien, a smart
Alien.
alien,
Yeah.
a successful alien. Alien
Yes.
nonetheless. Alien nonetheless.
Love it.
Next candidate, Barry Sanders.
Mm.
You
See, this
remember him.
this is a hard choice right here because I love Barry. I looked up to Barry. Like I ain't really never had no role models. Like
Okay.
when I met Deion, he was probably my first role model. But like Barry Sanders was that dude. I would have to say that he was an alien.
Yes, because it's not an insult.
No.
But what human could be that good?
And that humble at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
Impossible.
He's clearly aiming for world domination in the
Yes.
running back position, and he achieved it. Alien.
He did.
And our last candidate for extraterrestrial life is big man Ben Roethlisberger. Burger. So
Pacman left. He doesn't. Yeah, he left. He's not a big
Doesn't
fan.
make that big fan. So, Dario, you answer the question. What do you think? Is Ben
Well-
Roethlisberger's a alien or not?
There's a very simple answer to this, Mr. Pacman Jones. Ben Roethlisberger literally cannot be an alien because there's no spacecraft that could take him that high
That's
into
right.
the space.
Not fit for.
If me personally, if I had to pick, he would have been an alien. Big Ben have took a lot of good days from me. I love Big Ben as a person. Don't like Pittsburgh at all. Let's keep the Pittsburgh questions. Don't ask me no more Pittsburgh questions. Y'all supposed to be helping me out. Y'all stressing me out.
You got it, man.
This is the government of Mexico. Pacman has nothing to do with
They
this.
need to know.
their findings. Yeah.
All right, this is Pacman Jones Crazy Company. I got Dr. Hodge and Daddy O. And we're going to be right back.
All right, Mr. Pacman Jones. It's only 2 weeks into the NFL season, but we already have some interesting candidates for MVP.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, look, the NFL has not played out the way we thought it would. Josh Allen had a terrible first game. Mahomes has looked human his first couple of games.
Yeah.
Who is your MVP so far?
And you can say Joe have looked average. And you can go down the list. Denver, average.
Deshaun.
Josh Allen, average. Deshaun is below average. Philly, Hurts, we haven't seen enough yet.
Garoppolo.
Garoppolo and the Raiders is playing pretty good right now to me.
Right now.
Yeah.
Derek Carr playing pretty good too.
Derek Carr is playing pretty good with the Saints.
Baker Mayfield is not bad.
Baker Mayfield is
Baker
not
Mayfield's
playing bad right
surprising.
now.
Yeah,
He's playing surprising.
What?
And then the boy in San Francisco,
Purdy.
Purdy is playing pretty good right now.
Yeah, he's playing real Purdy.
Actually, the Rams quarterback, Matthew Stafford, for a guy that we don't know who he's throwing the ball to right now,
Yeah.
he is playing really good right now.
Yeah.
Also.
And he's not throwing women off of ledges anymore.
Yeah,
So
but
he's
if
got
you
that-
go back and look at it, the best of the best right now is Tua.
Tua.
Tua by far.
Left-handed
Tua
wonder.
Tonga Vioga.
Yes.
Yeah.
Say it, Daddy.
To a Tabliku.
No.
Say it, Dr. Hart.
Tua Toblerone.
Tua Tonga Viola. That's how you
I like
pronounce
that kid.
in
I like that
regular
kid
tongue.
for a long time. And I said the left-handed quarterback throws everybody off.
Yeah,
That's what
he's
you need.
playing really good, man.
He
Like
is.
he had a couple overthrows, but as far as over the everybody who's in it right now, I will put Tua in front. Who you got, Daddy-O?
Well, you might not believe it, but I have Joe Burrow. And now listen. Yes, Joe Burrow. Here's why. The Bengals are one of the worst offenses in the league because Joe Burrow is not 100%. And all of a sudden, everybody's like, oh, the play calling, this, that, chase. Everything's off. Everything's off because Joe Burrow's off. So he showed his value when he is not at the top of his game. That offense goes from very good to terrible.
Let me ask you something. Do you think the quarterbacks need to play in the preseason? Speaking of that.
I don't think they need to play in the preseason, but Joe Burrow wasn't even getting practice in ahead of the week one. They should not, like Jamar Chase said, they should not have thrown him out there. Then after a terrible week one, he cuts off his hair, which is an ancient ritual.
Penitence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Sacrifice.
I'm just worried after week two, another bad game, he's going to do another ancient ritual that a lot of soldiers did before battle. So they would fight and cut off another part of his body.
Oh gosh.
It's very
Well,
bad.
he cut out his
I
appendix.
hope he
last
don't
year.
do that.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't do that.
Hey, Dr. Hodge, who do you have for your MVP candidate?
You know, you're
right
going
now?
to be kind of surprised that I would say this because I know I'm famous as a Bengals fan. But I watched Lamar Jackson play. And
That was MVP, yeah.
And that was MVP material. That man under pressure is just so good. And people talk about his being able to escape the pocket and all that, but just even as a QB, just even the throws that he was making were so beautiful. To me, that's MVP material right there.
Yeah.
I love it.
I hate to be sleeping with the enemy, but you got it. There you go.
He looked good. I totally agree with you. Before we get out of here, we had an unbelievable clip that we got to see of Sauce and Micah Parsons. Let's play the clip.
Yeah, let's.
Bring an extra just for you. Yeah. Just for you, I bring an extra. I really ain't cool with you right now. You my young killer. You're a savage, bro. Trying to be, keep going. They ain't with you, bro. Trying to be, bro. Let me put these up. Show you. Hey, you need to catch them. You gotta learn how to catch, bro. You gotta learn how to catch, man. Get on the jug. Good game. I was on the jug the day before yesterday, bro. That thing helped me.
Love it. So he had a pick. Well, for people that don't know, he could have had a pick six. He dropped the ball. And I know how that is. It's different between backpedaling, catching the ball, and running for it. Sometimes it don't work out. And I stay on the jugs too. But he got to make that play. I got him as the number 2 cornerback on my top 5. He got to make the play. He just got to make the play. Ain't no question about it. Dr. Hodge, what do you think?
Yeah.
Is it the hands? Or
no,
what
he
is it?
said it. He said it. He was
said it.
playing with the jugs machine, as they call it, too much. And that
Yes.
I will tell you, I have played with some jugs machines in my life.
You gotta be
I am
careful.
more of the Taco Bell style jugs machine. That's usually where I meet people. I think Hoji is more of the sumo wrestling jugs machine types.
I
but-
try to keep away from the jugs. I'm on my 14th divorce, I feel like I've had enough jugs come and go, and I don't want to get in trouble. I'm giving up jugs.
Gotta stay away from it.
I love
That's
it.
what I-
Hey, yo, we had a great show today. This is Pacman Jones, Key Crazy Company. I got Daddy-O. Got Dr. Hodge in the building. And I am Pacman Jones. We'll see you guys here at the same time next week. Stay tuned.